Are you saying that you have killed before?
Yes. I know that when I hit 22, I stopped counting.
I always told everybody I thought Miranda was possessed. And I don't know if y'all are religious, but I am. And that shit exists. And she is possessed.
Check this out. This teenage girl claimed to have killed more than 20 people. Her motive, the devil. Miranda Barber was allegedly part of a satanic cult. Now, was she a ruthless serial killer or deeply troubled youth? What y'all think?
Some serial killers go to extraordinary lengths to hide their crimes, remaining elusive until the very end. Others, emboldened by their own arrogance, begin to leave behind clues, almost as if daring detectives to catch them. But then there are cases that defy easy explanation. When Miranda Barber was arrested for the murder of Troy Lavera, she shocked investigators by claiming responsibility for at least 22 additional killings. For years, authorities wrestled with the question, was Miranda telling the truth, or was she constructing a terrifying persona for herself? A self-identified Satanist, Miranda's history was filled with deeply troubling events. Let's unravel the mystery of Miranda Barber. Born on December 14, 1994, in Northport, Alaska, Miranda's early life was far from idyllic. Despite living in a picturesque town that resembled a year-round Christmas village, her childhood was marked by hardship. She lived with her mother, Elizabeth, her father, and her older sister, Ashley. Around this time, her uncle Richard moved into the neighborhood. He was married to Elizabeth's sister and had a daughter, Miranda's age, making his home a frequent place for Ashley and Miranda to visit. But behind closed doors, Richard was a predator. He subjected the girls to unspeakable abuse, instilling fear to keep them silent. After enduring months of torment, 6-year-old Ashley finally confided in their mother. Elizabeth immediately contacted the authorities, leading to a police raid on Richard's home. There, they discovered a chilling handwritten manual titled "Fun with My Sister's Kids," in which Richard detailed his horrific acts and encouraged others to do the same. Richard received a 19-year prison sentence but was released after only 10 years. He was later caught engaging with illegal child exploitation websites and sentenced to an additional 40 years. Yet, while Richard was behind bars, Miranda's trauma persisted. By age 13, Miranda's behavior began to spiral. Unlike typical teenage rebellion, her actions were far more troubling. According to Ashley, Miranda became involved with dangerous groups at a young age, including a 25-year-old man named Forrest, who led a satanic cult. After one of her frequent runaway episodes, Miranda returned home and chillingly declared that Forrest owned her. Miranda continued to run away, get into trouble at school, and sink deeper into substance abuse. During Miranda's teenage years, her parents went through a bitter divorce. Ashley recalled that their mother became increasingly distracted, spending hours watching TV, obsessing over social media, and focusing on new relationships. This left her daughters feeling abandoned and overwhelmed, uncertain how to cope with Miranda's escalating problems. Eventually, Elizabeth cut Miranda off completely, which only pushed her further into a life of crime and exploitation. Seeking belonging, Miranda turned to her gang for support, but this only led her deeper into substance abuse, vandalism, and prostitution. At one point, Miranda became pregnant by a client, but Forrest forced her to have an abortion, not in a clinic, but through a dangerous back alley procedure that left her traumatized. When she became pregnant again at 17, she was determined to keep the baby. Still living with her mother, Miranda was desperate for her attention. In a final plea, she wrote a letter to Dr. Phil. "Dear Dr. Phil, ever since my parents got divorced, my mom has become a pill-popping drunk. She meets random men online and invites them over. She also claims to have stage 3 cancer, but won't stop drinking or taking pills. She doesn't care to live anymore. She tells my sister and me that every day. I just want my mom back. I don't know what to do. Dr. Phil never responded, but Miranda's letter caught the attention of authorities. Since she was still a minor and Elizabeth was deemed unfit to care for her, Miranda was sent to live with extended family in North Carolina. It was there that she met 20-year-old Miranda Barber. At the time, Elliot was in a relationship with a woman named Amy, who was also pregnant. The two women bonded as young mothers, spending time together with their baby daughters, born just 2 months apart. However, Miranda became entangled in a complex and ultimately toxic relationship with Elliot. Like her, he suffered from schizophrenia and was heavily addicted to pills. He claimed the drugs silenced the voices in his head. After an overdose, Elliot's behavior worsened. He became more violent, leading Amy to leave him. Shortly after Amy's departure, Elliot and Miranda became a couple. Their shared interest in Satanism grew intense and disturbing. They allegedly engaged in what they called satanic intercourse, involving self-harm during intimacy. At 18, Miranda married Elliot, and the couple fled North Carolina with her young daughter settling in Pennsylvania. In 2013, desperate for money, Miranda placed an ad on Craigslist offering female companionship for money. It wasn't her first time. She had previously done this while under the influence of a satanic gang. One of the men who responded was 42-year-old Troy Lavera, a married engineer with a secret habit of hiring escorts. On November 11, 2013, Miranda met Troy in a mall parking lot and drove him to a secluded location. Unbeknownst to him, Elliot was hiding under a blanket in the back seat. When they stopped, Miranda gave a signal, "Have you seen the stars tonight?" to prompt Elliot to attack. Initially unresponsive, Elliot eventually sprang into action, strangling Troy with a TV cable while Miranda stabbed him 20 times. Despite Troy's struggle, he succumbed to the brutal assault. The couple dumped his body in an alley, stole $150 from his wallet, cleaned their car, and then went out to dinner, celebrating Elliot's birthday with the stolen money. Police discovered Troy's body the next day and quickly traced his last phone call to Miranda.
We responded to an incident at the rear of the 200 block of Catalyst Avenue. At this point, we have a deceased person. He is under investigation. District Attorney's Office has been notified. We've requested the assistance of the state police. Circumstances of death at this point are questionable.
Though she initially denied involvement, her behavior during questioning raised suspicion. She became combative when officers requested her phone and was eventually removed from the station kicking and screaming.
Do you understand why we're questioning you?
Do you understand why I feel the way that I feel?
No. Do you understand why we're questioning you?
I don't.
So
I never met up with
so
him.
your phone number being the last...
Yes, but I never met up with this man.
Understandable, but do you think that maybe is something we need to check into?
I want to go home to my baby who is screaming her head off for me.
We're taking your phone before
Don't
you
touch
okay.
me. I demand you'll away right now. Don't touch me.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
No. I want.
Have to get physical.
Stop. I didn't do anything. Fuck all of this. Oh my God.
That same night, Elliot was also questioned and appeared more cooperative, but detectives still lacked enough evidence to arrest them.
Is it Fila or
It's Elliot.
Elliot?
Yes.
Okay, Barber, correct? All right. Well, the reason we're here.
Okay.
All right. Your wife, her number is the last phone number on our victim's cell phone before he dies.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
And we're trying to figure out why.
All right. You're hoping I can help?
Yep.
Okay.
What do you know?
Alright. I guess full honesty here, I've never heard of him, and I don't know anything about that, but the only thing I know is that what my wife does is meet with someone who's willing to, like, just pay you some money to have a nice conversation, sit down, doesn't provide sex, anything other than companionship.
because that's what they want. And if she was the last person he called, then that means that he was a potential client.
All right, I'm gonna let you know a little something.
Okay.
She was meeting up with our victim.
When? This period?
The night of your birthday.
Really? That's fucked up. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have a long discussion when I get home.
Later that night, while speaking with their roommate Shay, Miranda casually admitted she had just stabbed a man. Shocked, Shay urged her to go to the police. Miranda agreed. At 4 a.m., just hours after being released, she turned herself in, though she presented a new version of events to shift the blame.
So obviously there's something on your mind that you'd like to share with us.
Most definitely.
Okay. Would you like to tell me about that a little bit?
I arranged to meet up with him, and I pulled at the mall. I saw him. He got in my car. Everything seemed fine, and as soon as I put the car in park, everything just completely flipped upside down. I didn't know what to do. He just attacked me.
What was he doing to you?
One hand was on my throat, while the other hand was touching me down there.
What I'm getting from what you're talking is basically he's being really aggressive, groping you.
Yes. And I do have 3 knives in my car. I usually carry one on me, and I just grabbed it.
What happened after you took the knife?
I stabbed him once and it didn't do anything. And I stabbed him again and it didn't do anything. It was still being continued. There was nothing that changed. There's just blood. Like a horror scene in my car.
In the days following Miranda's arrest, they chose to have another go at Elliot.
Let's start that night.
That night.
November 11, 2013. It's your birthday.
It was my birthday.
Okay. Did you have a good birthday?
Yes, I did. As fucked up as it is.
Yeah.
This guy was not looking for just companionship. He was looking for sex. She misleadingly sold him sex through texts. But that was never the intention. The whole intention was to go. Now, yes, I knew she was going to meet him. Yes, I was with her. Yes, I did take part. I'm in the back seat, covered up by a blanket. And she's in the front. He gets in the car, probably around 8. So I pop up with that quarter that y'all found on the body. That was me.
Where do you have that cable at? Just right around his body? Around the throat? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, good. It was pretty good.
The same.
In between the headpiece and the bottom was where I tried to angle it up underneath it. I put my feet up against the back and pulled as hard as I could. She said she stabbed him in the groin. I think she said she stabbed him in the leg, and the majority was to the chest. She did say she stabbed him in the neck, and it went through. And I look, lean forward, and there's just blood everywhere. And she's like, "Oh my God, there's blood everywhere. I don't know what to do."
Something you just wanted to do, and you guys decided to do, and you did it together.
Yeah.
What began as a seemingly aimless Craigslist encounter had turned into a calculated, gruesome murder. Miranda's troubled past, combined with Elliot's instability and their shared dark beliefs, culminated in a senseless and tragic crime. Both Elliot and Miranda were arrested and charged with first-degree murder. The official motive was listed as robbery, since they stole $150 from Troy. But it soon became clear the real reason was more chilling. They simply wanted to kill someone. Strangely, despite Elliot's full confession, both pleaded not guilty at their pretrial hearing. The case quickly gained national attention, particularly because of Miranda's youth and appearance, which contrasted sharply with the horrific nature of the crime. But Miranda didn't shy away from the spotlight. From jail, she contacted a journalist and made a shocking new claim. She had killed over 20 people.
This is your hour, so whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I guess I kind of just have to trust that you write what I say and don't twist it.
I promise you that won't happen.
Well, I turned 12. Like, my entire life was upside down when I turned 12.
Why? What happened at 12?
I got into a gang, started doing drugs, skipped school all the time. And the gang that I was in, it was based around Satanism. I always felt like there was something inside of me. And I know it's bad, and I know that one day it will be completely out of control. This is not the first time.
Are you saying that you have killed before?
Yes.
How many times, Miranda? If you had to take a guess, what would you say?
If I had to take a guess. I know that when I hit 22, I stopped counting.
Investigators were skeptical of Miranda's claims, but couldn't dismiss them outright. The FBI launched an investigation into her alleged serial killings, but found no evidence. Even Miranda's father publicly stated she wasn't a serial killer, just a compulsive liar. Eventually, psychological experts weighed in, pointing to Miranda's history of severe childhood trauma, including sexual abuse by her uncle Richard. They concluded that her elaborate claims might have been a coping mechanism or the result of mental illness. In the end, Miranda and Elliot both pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. No evidence ever surfaced to support Miranda's claims of additional killings.